You mean that
The People's United Party, led by John Briceño, has mounted a legal challenge against the government of Belize for its expenditure of public funds. The lawsuit, in which Prime Minister Dean Barrow, Financial Secretary Joseph Waight, and Attorney General Michael Perfit are all named as defendants, stems from the Finance and Audit Reform Act of 2005, Revised Edition 2011. That piece of legislation sets out a prescribed sum of money which cannot be exceeded without parliamentary approval. In this case, over $1.3 billion is said to have been spent without official sanction.
Indeed, the supplementaries have been late in being put to the House, and in fact we've conceded that. It's been an age-old practice. Okay, we want to fix it. In fact, if you look, you can see that the frequency of the supplementaries have been coming faster, indeed a little late. But I remember as a young man many years ago, we did 10 years worth of supplementaries at one time.
Back in March, Deputy Party Leader Julius Espat, Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, filed a claim against PM Barrow, the Minister of Finance, for illegally spending monies from the public purse. This included the Petrocaribbean funds from Venezuela, which were used for massive infrastructure projects across the country.
They are trying to say that they didn't know the amount of money, so that they couldn't go to the House to seek approval because they didn't know the value, because of every ship that comes in, the values are different. What the attorneys basically established was that they knew, because there was an account in central bank by P.U.P. And so when they requested, or the Prime Minister requested to use the money, it is known, the value is known. They just don't follow the law. They don't have respect for the rule of law. And in my opinion, they are disrespecting the entire nation.
According to Financial Secretary Joseph Waight, it is customary for government to proceed with its expenses and then return sometime thereafter for supplementary appropriation. This has been the case with a $100 million expenditure in 2012 that is yet to be approved retroactively.
Indeed, and I use the word slippage, we have not put the supplementary request to the House. To put things in perspective, that supplementary $100 million may sound like a lot of money, but it's about 10% of the overall budget for that year. And in fact, when you look at all the supplementaries they list, still it's within 6, 7 or 8% of the total spending over that period, which the average budget is about $900 million a year. And this is going back, what, to 2000, 2005 or so?
Notwithstanding its applicability to the past, these are borrowed monies that have to be repaid, a point that is not lost on Attorney Eamon Courtney.
Don't forget, it's a loan. You, Isani, I have to pay back that loan.
So what do you mean?
Hundreds of millions of dollars remain unpaid. The government of Belize has used that money without accountability, and we, Belizean taxpayers, have to pay it back. This case sets the basis for further inquiry and to find out where all this money went.
The Ministry of Finance, according to the FinSec, is the smallest government department with the least employees. While he says that it's no excuse, Waight attributes a delay in putting together supplementaries to a lack of manpower.
But remember, the Ministry of Finance is perhaps one of the smallest ministries in the government, numbers-wise, with staff, and we have some big responsibilities. I'm not saying it as an excuse, but it's just the reality of the situation.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.